374 with my guy George Dulcich back.
My third episode.
The editor-in-chief of the Ready Set Blow podcast.
Yeah, my boss.
I don't know about that, dude.
Well,
You're a private employee.
Freelance. Yeah. Am I 1099?
I pay you for service.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like
exactly.
a hooker. Yeah. The John isn't her boss.
That's why I shaved today. You know, to make sure I look good for the boss man. Didn't put any product in my hair and wanted you to get the real me.
I know it's flowing. It's flowing.
Yeah, a little frizzy, but it's been a long day.
We're taping late tonight. I don't usually normally tape. Well, I guess it is the fall now, almost officially. It'll be the fall.
So I guess you probably did tape at 7:30, but just light out.
Yeah, but it does have a very fall feel today.
Yeah,
crisp air.
We were saying that. So me and Mike went to KFC for dinner, and it was freezing in the KFC.
Couple of black guys.
That's what we do. That's what we do here at Second Floor Studios. We have KFC, and they had it like really cold in there, but it was like, and we were saying like, nah, it's not like summertime anymore. It's like cool outside. Yeah. They had it freezing.
Yeah, dude. When I was in Alaska, the sun was going down at like 11 o'clock at night still. Kind of wild.
Yeah, they do that up there, huh?
They do. Yeah, well, they do that up there. You make it sound like they have a choice.
Yeah.
They're
still doing.
They told the sun to stay up a little while longer.
I wish we could figure that out.
No shit, man.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I do like that about the summers. I mean, here it's not. It doesn't stay as late as dark because we're a little bit further south. But like in New York, like in mid-July or mid-June to like mid-July, it's you get some daylight until about almost 10 sometimes.
So when were you guys going out? And at like 11 p.m.
Well, the shows, Jeff goes on forever when he's on stage.
Yeah.
So he he'd wrap up, and it'd be like fucking 10:30, and it'd still be light out. You know, like it'd be like dusk.
Meet us at the bar.
Yeah.
Think of all the activities you can do though, like 2
a.m. Not much.
2 a.m. softball game. No, there's 2 a.m. kickball after the bar.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, Fairbanks. Listen, I love the shows up there. Thank you, Jerry, for having us. But it's like a town of like 30,000 people, man. It's not like if there's like a football game, people are closing up shop to go to the game. It's not like there's other things to do.
Like a high school football game?
Yeah, like a fucking pickup football game. I mean, like we
pickup football.
Yeah, dude, we do like a Wednesday, Thursday show. By Friday, we're walking around and people's like, "Hey, great show!" Everywhere we go, like
everyone has seen.
Yeah, everyone had known that we were in town.
Did you ever think when you were up there, like maybe I just stay? Did you get the charm of the small town at all like that? Like
some of it, well, because I like the outdoors part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, Fairbanks, it's like men outnumber women like fucking 2 to 1, to the point where I looked it up. You're in town, town you've never been to. Like, oh, let me see what's going on with the locals here. You Wikipedia Fairbanks, dude. Turns out top 3 cities in the country for rape.
Really?
Yeah, like per capita. Obviously not number of rapes.
Yeah,
because 30,000 people. How many rapes can there be?
Yeah.
But
it's
like,
the same person getting
exactly. Yeah, per head count, the most number of rapes. So it's a weird claim to fame for Fairbanks.
Damn, yeah, I kind of want to change my Hinge location to Fairbanks now and just see what's out there.
I mean, there's like 3 hot chicks, and you'd get them all.
Dude, I've always thought of like I've never done it, but just like changing your Hinge location to like Afghanistan or something.
I wonder if that would even work.
And just like see if you get a lot of likes, or like, fuck this fucking American guy, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah, well, I wonder if they allow it. Like do they allow dating apps in hardcore?
Only the guys can have it. So if you're a straight guy, it doesn't really do much.
Well, I do have a joke about that, right? Like Muslim Tinder, right? Everyone's just like a ninja.
Yeah, you can't see if they're hot.
Just looking for a slutty pair of eyeballs. She got some real blowjob eyes, that one.
Yeah, it's like the Key and Peele skit kind of like, oh, look at her ankles. Like, That's funny. That would be a good thing to test out.
See, I feel like all the things in Muslim countries that like give men like the power and authority are trumped by the fact that like the women are all covered up. Like, what's the point of like having all the power? Like, it's a very male-dominated society in these Arab nations. Mm-hmm. But what's the point if you can't look at hot chicks?
Well, you get to look at them in the private of your own. You don't have to worry about seeing a woman outside in public. Like, that's just gonna,
Yeah, but they don't like the sex before marriage. Although you can divorce your wife if you just say divorce 3 times in a row. It's like Candyman.
I heard something on UFC Reddit, so it's very reliable. That
facts.
Someone was saying that like, oh, how the Dagestani fighters, they're always like pointing up to God or whatever, and they're all very like religious or something. Apparently some of those guys get a little wild, and it's just kind of like they put on the persona for the thing, but I think they get down.
Well, look, people are people, whether or not you fucking cover them up with a burqa. They're gonna do what people do. Although I'll tell you this, in Iran, that has like one of the highest. That's like they perform in Iran like more sex changes than most other countries because it's illegal to be gay in Iran, but it's not illegal to be trans. So if you're a gay man and you get the trans surgery, you can fuck other dudes. Yeah, how crazy is that?
Good loophole. Yeah.
Cutting off your dick's a good loophole.
Yeah.
You
gotta do what you gotta do. But don't they mutilate genitals anyway over there? So
that is true. That is true. They
a lot of bottoms, no tops.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. Tough to be a top in Iran.
Just like fuck. What is with the genital mutilation too? Like what? I don't know. Like what's the?
Well, so what it is they don't want women to be promiscuous, and they think that if they saw off their clitoris, that'll stop them from sleeping around, kind of thing.
Clitoris they're sawing off.
Yeah. You see, it's funny in the Arab world, in the hardcore Arab world, they do female genital mutilation. In America, they do male genital mutilation. They remove the foreskin,
circumcised.
Yeah, and a lot of
are
people,
you?
Of course, I'm American.
Yeah.
We're the only country that does it on a regular basis to its male children, not for religious reasons.
I feel like, and I have no information to back this up, but I feel
of course
like
not. This podcast is about fucking no reading, no research, just strong
off
opinions.
the cuff facts.
Yeah, I feel like
non-facts.
Yeah, my facts are I feel like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the fact. Yeah.
So I feel like circumcision is getting less popular, or like people kind of be like, why the fuck are we doing this to like little kids?
No, I think you're right. I think if people are coming around to that, like, why would we? It's like, we've always done it, but why?
Yeah, it's
kind of like removing your appendix before it bursts.
Yeah, it's like my parents did it to me, so I'm gonna do it to my son.
Yeah,
and then the cycle goes on.
And we have this weird thing here too, where it's like like women or even men are like, oh, it's gross to not be circumcised. I'm like, but that's the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
What's gross is cutting it off for no reason.
Yeah. Do girls think it's gross?
Yeah, a lot of girls think it's gross.
Yeah.
We asked that to the crowd, ladies. Circumcised or uncircumcised?
Mike?
What do you prefer?
Mike's the crowd. What do you prefer, Mike?
Well, I like the taste of.
I like the taste of cocklint.
All the cheese.
All the dick cheese. Yeah. Although I will say, like, if you think about it, right, sex I'm circumcised. It feels fantastic. Could you imagine if you had like, a couple more inches of nerve endings? It's like, ooh,
yeah,
really raise the bar there.
Well, I guess I can't imagine it, but I would like to.
I would like to.
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole class of guys out there who are trying to regrow their foreskin. You know about these guys?
No.
Oh my god.
Pray tell.
They use like cock weights and shit to like weigh it down and try to force the foreskin back over. Could you imagine? Like you're trying to hook up with a girl. Hang on, wait a second. Let me take off my cock foreskin weights.
Asking her, do you see any progress? No, I don't.
Yeah, really fold it back. Maybe it looks like I got a helmet again.
Dude, there's a kid in high school that he got circumcised in high school.
Oh, one of my best friends, dude. He got circumcised when he was 12 because it got infected. And that's another thing, too. They say that's why they do it. Oh, it's dirty, it causes infections. I'm like, not if you wash. Like you wash your body. Think about it.
But
like,
that's a lot
you wash your belly button. There's like lint in there. You
Yeah.
don't like, oh, you got an infected belly button. Cut off your fucking, your abdomen. Like it doesn't make any sense.
I find lint in my belly button
all the time, dude. I store quarters back there.
Yeah. Colors of shirts I don't even have. I'm like, how that? What? It's for my sock. Like, what is that? What is that doing up there? No, but yeah, this kid got circumcised in high school, and he's like, yeah, it fucking sucked. It's like, why would you like do that? And I never got.
Was it a choice? I'm pretty sure it wasn't a choice.
I think it was a choice.
I don't know that's a crazy choice to make.
I agree.
Especially in high school when you're popping boners regularly. I mean, that guy was busting stitches.
Yeah,
we
talked about it on the school news. We were like,
what?
Like Calvin just got circumcised.
You talking about it in the school news? You were in the paper.
That'd be funny. I was the sports anchor in high school though.
What do you guys talk about as a sports anchor in high school?
School sports, big sporting events around the nation. But sometimes I played NCAA football, the video game, and there's like dynasty mode or whatever. So you're coaching your team, and I would report to the school on what my dynasty team was doing. Like
that made news, huh?
I wrote the news, so I'd be like, George Dulcich coached Louisville to a 21-14 victory over Clemson. And everyone's like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
So there are people that hate George more than me.
Yeah. It's a long-winded way of saying George was a virgin until he got to college.
Yeah.
Really roundabout way to get to this.
Dude, I mean, you have that kind of power though. That's like living the dream.
Oh, for sure.
You're the coach, and have your own sports center to talk about it too.
I
was living large.
Yeah, the circulation was 14 of the paper. Did you get a lot of trim in high school? Were you a popular guy? I mean, you're a good-looking kid. It was only a couple of years ago, must be.
Not until senior year of high school.
Not until fentanyl came on
when
the
I
scene.
started. Then those girls couldn't run away anymore.
Easy prey when they're
overdosing. They didn't last long when I got a hold of that stuff. I didn't go out in high school until like second semester senior year. Really, that was the first time I ever drank too.
Really, what was your thing in high school then? If you weren't joining the drinking party,
playing video games.
Oh my God,
NCAA,
and Dungeons and Dragons. And
I remember one time there was one Christmas break that I didn't get one text from an entire friend the entire time.
I mean, look, being a nerd in high school doesn't mean you don't have friends. Even nerds have friends.
Yeah, I know, but I guess I was lower than No, I wasn't, but I don't know. And then I came back and was like, you guys are all assholes. No one fucking texted me. No one wanted to hang out. Like, you didn't text any of us either. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's
fair point.
A good point. I guess it does go.
So who did you play NCAA with? If fucking yourself against a computer?
Until junior year. Yes,
and then you got the headset,
and then I got
boys around the nation.
Yeah, and then I got a couple of friends that we played a circuit together.
Dude, that was always fun. We did that shit in college, man. We were into Madden football in college, and we would get drunk, play, and gamble on it.
Yeah,
just one. Bet $10 a game.
We made our own creative player in 2K, and then like for the apartment, and then just like whoever wanted to play with him at that time, like could play, and then like if you had a class and the roommate who sucks plays, and it's like we just lost to the fucking Grizzlies. You get pissed off.
The Grizzlies.
They were bad back then.
So when'd you come out of your shell? College?
Well then senior year high school, kind of, got a little more comfortable and stuff. Started going to do more things like, oh man, this is sick. And then I went to college, and then it's like, oh fuck, I don't know anyone again. So then it took like until senior year, to get that confident, or like just be like more outgoing. But I was still like, I was in a fraternity and stuff like early the whole time, but just like.
What fraternity?
Lambda Chi.
Lambda Chi, is it the Jewish one? That's
no,
Delta Phi.
We hated those guys.
I mean, who doesn't?
No, we had Sam Darnold was in my fraternity.
No shit.
Yeah, and then
while you were there?
While I was there, after he won the Rose Bowl, he pledged.
No shit.
Yeah, so he
won the Rose Bowl as a true freshman.
He redshirt freshman, okay. I think, and then and then he pledged after he won the Rose Bowl. So we're like.
That's a huge get.
Fucking Sam Darnold.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're saying all those guys got none of the pussy he did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was actually really bad for us.
Well, look, don't worry. He turned out to be a terrible professional quarterback.
Hey, he's still making money up at the 49ers, but
I'm not saying he's not making money, but look, did the fucking Jets draft and they ruined careers. But.
They ruined him. Then he went to the Panthers and they sucked, and now he's on the 49ers in a nice little backup role. And if Brock Purdy gets hurt, he's gonna, But it was funny about when he won the Rose Bowl and then pledged or whatever, but he got so famous like from that, there's just like changed like his campus life overnight. So it's like now he couldn't go to the bar anymore because everyone's like, well, like we can't let you in now. Everyone knows you're a 20-year-old quarterback. Like
but he's the fucking Rose Bowl winner. Like you come in and drinks are free.
Yeah, but you can't it's not 1980.
Well, I guess it's also USC.
It's like
it's LA.
You're downtown. Like
it's Los Angeles. It's not like when you go to Alabama.
It's not good old boy country.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's nothing else going on. It's like, oh, you're the famous underage quarterback from USC. Who cares?
Yeah. Exactly. But it was also funny. So I went to Tight End U with my brother in Nashville.
What's Tight End
That's
U?
like just like kind of.
It's like a junior college for losers.
No, it's a college for winners, actually.
Tight end. Is that a real university? Do they give
all
the
tight ends get together in Nashville for like a retreat?
Okay.
And like
Travis Kelce runs it.
Travis Kelce and George Kittle put it on. It's basically just an excuse for all the tight ends to get together and party and stuff. And like during the day they practice or whatever. But Sam Darnold was there, and the whole time my brother is like introducing me to like people, and Sam Darnold was the only one that I could introduce my brother to. I'm like, brother, meet my brother.
Okay. Wait, is your brother's older than you, right?
Younger.
Younger.
Yeah. He's 22. 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what a young.
And then also at tight end U. So we get there and we missed a day. So we get there and then we just go to the second night out was the first thing we did. And then we get there and we're noticing like every tight end like brought their wife or their girlfriend. And then it's like me. And then we asked someone, it's like, are there any other guys? And they're like, no, I think you're the only other like guy that someone brought. Everyone else brought their wives or girlfriends.
So your brother turned out to look like a homo.
Yeah, exactly.
They're wondering where the NCAA tournament was.
Yeah. And then they were like, so what do I was like, what do I do during the day? They're like, honestly, we don't know. All the girls go to like some makeup thing. We don't know what you're gonna do.
You should have went to that, dude. Pick up some stragglers.
Those are not the girls you want to take from a guy.
Yeah, you probably don't want to get into a fist fight with a D1 tight end.
Tight ends are fucking huge.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, my brother's big, but my brother like he was like on the smaller end of like the guys who were there, and he's like 6'4.5", 250 pounds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, like my little brother's a big brother. He's bigger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, big guy.
How big is he? Like significantly?
He's probably, what am I, 5'10"? He's probably 6 foot, 6'1", but he probably outweighs me by a good 30, 40 pounds.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean he's a big dude.
Who's the most famous athlete from your like high school or town?
Oh my God, New York City. We went to public. High school. I went to public high school. The most famous athlete that like was in like my town. So in Ridgewood, Queens, where I grew up, there's a very famous Catholic school where like some of the best high school basketballs played in New York City, called Christ the King. And when I was there, I was like a freshman or sophomore, and my brother and my buddy's brother's good friend, so like his older brother was like 3 years older than us, was Lamar Odom.
Oh,
so I remember we went to a house party in Glendale, Queens, and there was Lamar Odom. All fucking 7 foot of him passed out on a couch. I mean, he was like, just,
so he
was taking up the whole fucking living room.
He was doing that early, getting fucked up.
Oh yeah,
passing out.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it was like a flop.
We should have known.
Yeah, this was like a hooky party, and you're like we were all fucking around ditching school or whatever, and he was already passed out. Like I said, God. On the couch, but like only a piece of him was on the couch. Like his arms and legs were kind of sprawled out everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a lot of you have to keep walking over legs and arms in the living room.
Slender Man. It's just
yeah, exactly, dude. A black Slender Man.
Did you see that? He got into some celebrity boxing, I think, for some money, for some quick cash.
Didn't he fight the late Carter brother?
Yes. Yes.
The late Carter brother? Oh, one of those motherfuckers died?
I didn't know that he died, but he fucked him up.
Really? Cause that's one thing about NBA players. I'm always like surprised by, like, you see like a brawl in the NBA. Those guys are like, they're big guys, but they're not like bulky like NFL players.
Yeah.
They're all lanky, and when they throw,
and they're kind of like goofy.
Yeah, when they throw a punch, it's like throwing a rope. Like I'm saying, like they don't have any. There's no like power behind it.
Wet sock.
Because it just like it fucking goes everywhere. It's like a wet noodle. It just fucking whips it out. Except for Kermit Washington. You ever see him lay out Rudy Tomjanovich?
No, I haven't.
I mean, he had like who's that guy? Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns was like a boxer in like the late 70s, and he had like he was like 6 foot tall guy, but he had like a 8 foot wingspan, and he had whips for hands. Like when he threw a punch, it snapped hard.
Like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Kermit Washington threw a punch. He was probably like a power forward, 6'8" at the time, whatever, mid 70s.
White or black?
He was black. Kermit was black.
And he had a white
Rudy
guy.
Tomjanovich, white.
Croatian guy, yeah.
Yeah, he was like running in to stop a brawl, and like Kermit saw him coming, came from behind, turned around, threw a punch, and like Rudy Tomjanovich like ran into the punch. It broke his whole fucking face. I mean, like he was out for a year.
Really, that bad?
Yeah, it fucked him up.
Holy
he had like
shit.
reconstructive surgery. He hit him so hard. He like ran into a punch. I've never seen anyone like perfectly run into a punch.
Can you fucking get in trouble for like that? Like,
well, it's the 70s. I'm sure he got a technical foul. I don't know if they threw him out of the game. I don't know if they threw him out of the game, but he got a technical foul for sure.
Dude, did you see that Colorado State, and the guy hurt the other dude intentionally, and people were like, he should be like lose a scholarship and like lose like be kicked off the team and not be allowed to play football again. Intentionally, it's football. That's the point. You're supposed to intentionally hurt the other players. There was another guy. And I don't know if this is real. I think it's real. But he was defending the Colorado State guy who committed the foul. He's like, he should not be kicked out from playing football, but he should have definitely been ejaculated. Like, do not take away his right to play the game. But I agree that with the ejaculation was worth the merit. Can you imagine if that's the penalty for a flagrant foul? You got to like get jerked off by another guy. Milking table. by the other team's offensive line coach.
Yeah. Some guy with calloused hands has to jerk you off.
That would stop, you know, how much
full view of the rest of the team.
There was a college kid giving an interview, and he realized what he said mid-sentence and smiled right into the camera. It was terrible. He said, "Oh, their offensive line, they're big and strong guys. They're going to be coming in our face all night."
I saw that.
He just grins and is like, "Oh, that's
I'm
not
on
good."
TV. That's going to live forever.
Dude, I love those things when at like in interviews and they say something like sexual, but they didn't mean to be sexual. Like Aljamain Sterling called someone out, and was a UFC bantamweight champion, and he called someone out, and he's like out of breath because he just did a fight, and he's like trying to get piped up for things. He's like, whoever he called, there's like, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna come on your ass. I'm gonna come on your ass. So get ready. And there's so many like compilations of that.
Well, Mike Tyson famously, after a fight, told, I think, Larry Merchant, "I'm going to fuck you till you love me."
Yeah.
You know, like,
That's a famous one.
very good one.
Yeah.
I actually saw one recently, again, I think it was Larry Merchant again. He was interviewing a fighter after a fight. This is probably like in the late 90s, early 2000s. And he asked the guy, like, how was you prepared? He was like, "Oh, it's all right. But to be honest with you, I'm just trying to get some pussy."
Mike Tyson said that?
No, just another fighter after a fight. He told me, he's like, "How do you feel after you win?" He's like, "It's great. I'm happy for the win, but honestly, Larry, I'm just trying to get some pussy tonight."
Dude, because a lot of them, they don't have sex before their fights.
Do you think that works?
I don't know.
Because I feel like it makes you distracted.
George is 1-0 and
try and
ain't
find
getting any
out
pussy.
because-
George hasn't fucked in a while, and he still doesn't want to fight.
I could be a good test subject for that.
Yeah,
I might be the best boxer ever, and I just don't know about it.
Yeah, by that by that like notion, all virgins are the best boxers.
I won't hold this too tight. I don't know my own power.
Too
strong. No, but I am curious to think if that would work, or like if there would be any like. I guess they say like it builds up testosterone. Like
that, I could see it doing for you, but a lot of the guys are already on steroids. What the fuck do they need more testosterone for? Are you like? They're already taking supplements and to maximize.
So that's why, because you guys are both taking steroids, so then it evens out the advantage you thought you were getting. So you're like, well, I'm not gonna have sex then. This guy, if he can do that too, then he also gets it. But I'm gonna fucking
I feel like if you're fucking, you're not distracted by wanting to fuck.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're fighting and all you're thinking about is boning, that's not good. You want to be fighting.
Yeah, it is a double-edged sword.
I wonder like where it draws the line. I wonder if
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks exactly. Yeah, what's the right level?
Yeah.
And I wonder if female fighters do that. Like, hey, I'm not gonna get fucked. So
a lot of them can't get fucked anyway. So.
There's some hotties out there.
I know there are.
There's some hotties out there.
Paige Van Zandt, you know her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's fucking.
Yeah, I remember. I thought Gina Carano was hot back in the day.
Gina is.
She was a real piece.
Yeah. But Paige Van Zandt, me and Mike were talking about this like the other week. She does OnlyFans and now just like full on.
Oh.
She does full on porn on it.
Bro, I mean that's where the money is.
Yeah.
If you're a woman with any celebrity and you're hot, and you don't have an OnlyFans, you're leaving money on the table.
And every girl that starts OnlyFans, like, oh, I'm not gonna go nude. I'm just gonna do like lingerie pics. They always break.
Well, some of them, this is great. Like some of these super famous women are like, oh, I started an OnlyFans, and like in the first month they'll get like 200,000 subscribers, paying $5 a month. They make $10 million or whatever it is, and then they find out like, oh, this bitch ain't even naked on the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And they complain to OnlyFans want their money back. Like well, this
and
is,
OnlyFans is like, this is not all what we do.
Yeah, I wanted to see Maya Angelou getting fisted or whatever. Whoever the celebrity is.
Michelle Obama fucking.
Yeah, butt fucking Barack Obama. You think he gets pegged? I bet Barack gets pegged.
I mean, all this Barack is gay stuff is making me think like I buy it. Yeah.
See, but the funny thing about that though, like I think I mentioned this before, but like people talk like like some of my conservative friends like, oh, you hear he's a closeted homosexual, and I'm like, is that going to make you like him any less? You already hate his guts.
Yeah.
So like, what does it matter? Like,
it's just what I'm saying? Like, it's funnier.
Yeah, just one more thing to slap around with. But it's like, exactly. Oh, really? You wouldn't love him any more or less if he was gay. You already don't like the guy.
Well, no, maybe a lot of people would be like, I knew it. Like, I told you guys, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, see, I knew the whole time that something was wrong with this guy.
Yeah. I had a theory that that Bush Sr. got pegged by Barbara Bush. Because
how did this theory?
Just reckless conjecture mostly.
Okay.
You know,
I buy it.
But they're just like so stiff, and she's so old that I'm like, you know what? I bet they're fucking weird in the bedroom. You know.
Do you think they fuck in the White House?
All presidents do, but they probably don't fuck their wives. I mean, we know for a fact Bill Clinton was fucking everybody but his wife in the White House.
Yeah.
Right.
So
that's actually probably one of the things about Barack Obama that was weird. I feel like he actually fucked his wife in the White House.
In like the main bedroom that they're like
the Lincoln bed, whatever bedroom they fuck in, yeah. Dude,
that's weird.
Also,
to me, I know it's like your bedroom, but I don't know, it's just weird.
Yeah, it is like a place of business.
Yeah.
You know, like, but I also feel like if you're the president, if I was president, I would absolutely want to get a blowjob in the Oval Office.
Yeah.
You know, the power move of
just
that.
think about the other guys.
That actually might be the first thing I do. You know, it's like, yo, let's go fuck in the Oval Office. I'm the man now. You know, like, you know, with the little red phone for Russia on the desk. But yeah.
There's some White House staff janitor who's worked over the course of like the last 18 presidents or something. And he knows that the first week that every room of that White House is going to get fucked in. They're like, he's going to fuck in this one. This is what they all do, guys. This is what they all do.
Walking around with a squeegee in a bucket, just fucking cleaning up yizz all over the White House for the first week, you know.
Stores it, freezes it. He's got all the president's jizz frozen.
There's like a bunker for the president.
But he won't donate it to science, you know. He's just keeping it for himself. Can't make clones
blackmail.
of this guy.
Yeah, come blackmail. Dude, what about them finding that coke in the White House? I can't believe people are up in arms about it. It's like, of course, it's the White House. It's still America.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like every office building in America has cocaine in it.
Yeah.
You know, I'll say it right now, folks. You know, like you can't go to a bank or a hospital and not find blow by some, you know, one of the executives.
There's definitely more and there's definitely worse.
Oh yeah. And it's definitely, they were like, oh, you know, it's Biden's. I'm like, Biden Sr.? He's too old. Like, if he was on coke, it'd be better. You know, like they should have given that coke they found to Joe Biden to wake his ass up.
When they found that coke, Bill Clinton, you know, gave a sigh of relief because everyone started blaming Hunter. He's like, thank God.
Thank God, it wasn't me again. Well, no, George Bush Jr. was the cokehead when he was coming up.
W?
Oh, W, yeah, he was a big cokehead.
Really?
Oh, he was a fun guy. Dude, I'll tell you right now.
We're talking Brett Kavanaugh fun or?
No, I think he was
more
like fun. Like, he was like a party animal, a little bit of blow, you know, he's a fraternity brother kind of guy. He's a real bro.
Yeah.
He's definitely of all the presidents in my lifetime, the one like, irrespective of politics, if you could hang out with the president for 2 hours, which one would it be? Bush Jr.
He'd be pretty
He has
good.
that belly laugh.
Yeah.
And his shoulders move, you know, like he like I said, he was an alcoholic, which,
especially now that like he's older, he always has like candies with him.
He's
too.
painting.
What?
He paints. He's Bob Ross in it.
That's right. He is. He does the watercolors. I wonder what his paintings go for. I would buy a Bush Jr. watercolor painting. I want to see some of his work. Pull up some of his work, Mike. What is he painting? Scenery? Or is he's painting
dead bodies that he blew up.
He's painting Saddam Hussein hanging. Here's my work.
It's stick figures.
Drone strikes. Here's an Islamic wedding I blew up on suspicion of one of these guys being a terrorist.
It's a hangman and the word is jihad.
Oh, there we go. Oh my God, he's pretty good. Dirk Nowitzki? He painted Dirk Nowitzki?
Hey, Texas, you know.
I mean, at least he's staying with his home state. Look at him. Who the fuck is that? Rosie O'Donnell? Who the fuck is that?
Annika Sorsen, the golfer.
Okay. He does portraits.
That's Osama bin Laden.
Just some hot Arab chick. I killed her husband. I thought she was hot. Oh my God.
George Foreman.
Is that Manute Bol?
These are all survivors of like genocide and shit. It's all political paintings.
Really? Yeah. He's fucking good though. I also love how he just went away. You know, like most presidents after they're president, like in my lifetime, have gone on to like the speaking tour where they're making $1 million a speech, getting kickbacks from bankers and fucking evil lawyers and lobbyists. He's like, no, I'm just gonna go paint and
go back to Texas.
Go back to my ranch in Texas and paint clear brush.
But the thing you bring up about him being like the party animal, so back then you could be the fucking party animal and do all this crazy shit and then run for president because your college career isn't on Snapchat.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
There's no like Snapchat memories of all your stupid shit. Like you could do.
That's a shame, dude, because I feel like the president should have some vice to him. You know, like I want a guy who's or gal who's normal. Like you're like, oh yeah, I got drunk in college and smoked a little pot. That's a fucking totally normal to me. Like
but it's just like, are we gonna get to that point?
Well, we have to, dude. I mean, think about it.
Yeah, we're gonna.
In 20 years' time, the president's gonna have TikToks out there.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's gonna be a thing. Some guy's doing some stupid fucking dance on TikTok is gonna be the president, or some gal. You know. And that's
so stupid to think about.
Yeah. Question is
Jackson Mahomes.
Oh my god, that guy's gonna be fucking president. The question is, at what
He's
point,
gonna be a felon. Can't be president. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. At what point do we elect a female president who once had an OnlyFans? That's gonna happen,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean, think about it. I feel like 1 in 2 women have an OnlyFans in this country. Maybe I'm basing that on the LA girls, but I think that's gonna come. It's a time.
Dude, imagine seeing the president's tits.
Yeah, dude, that could happen.
It's
That
like
could happen.
on those World War II planes when they have whatever the like big titted cartoon chick.
Oh,
they have. But now it's just the president. It doesn't have to be like a imagination of just Hillary Clinton Jr.'s tits.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of titties, did you see this news story about old Lauren Boebert, the Republican congresswoman from Colorado, getting thrown out of a theater? She went to watch Beetlejuice at a theater, at like at a play, and she was thrown out because she was vaping and feeling up, and her date was feeling up on her in the middle of the theater. They have video.
No
of this.
way.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, like Lauren Boebert's got those stupid Sarah Palin glasses, but she, like, for a congresswoman, she's a looker, and she's got a nice rack on her. Shout out Lauren Boebert's tits.
Was the date her husband, or is she not married?
No, she's newly divorced. She's 36 and newly divorced. So right up my alley. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
dude, that's actually that could happen.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't care for politics one way or the other. I don't like politicians. I think politicians are awful people. I feel like politics draws in awful people. I mean, think about it. Like, they're like narcissists without any talent.
Yeah.
You know, like actors, actresses, comedians. Like, we have a talent, and you know, we want to be recognized for that. We want to be famous for that talent. They just want to be famous for no fucking reason. Just for being like a senator.
And the power.
Yeah.
Does Jeff have shows coming up in Colorado? You got to make this happen.
I know. He has New Year's shows. Denver Comedy Works, Southside. Get your tickets now, Jeff Dye. I just got a nice rack. And dude, I'll tell you too. It was also a little hot piece. And I also don't care for her politics. AOC.
Yeah, AOC.
You ever see that little video of her dancing around when she was at BC?
I haven't. From her college days? I would love to see that.
She was there, and there was like a big kerfuffle over it. I'm like, she was 20 years old doing like a promo video to try and entice people to come like join, you know, BU's campus, or BU or BC, one of the two.
I do remember there was like the time where it stopped for like trolling her for her politics, and then just started like trolling her for like being hot. Like whenever she'd do live, it was the same thing with the progressive chick or whatever. When she'd go live and everyone would just comment tits, milkers. AOC had like a thing similar like that too, where it's like harassment but what do you expect? People like
it's the
people on social media commenting.
Yeah,
like they're supposed to comment about tits.
That's the thing. If you expose yourself to the public, you should be prepared for public ridicule, good or not. Oh, it's insensitive. It's like, yeah, it's the internet. It's anonymous. You can just fucking say, you know, show me your cooter 1,000 times. Nothing's going to happen. You know, like,
and it's awesome.
It is juvenile in a very juvenile way. It's very funny.
Yeah, exactly.
And I like low grade humor. I don't care what people say. You know, show me your box is always going to be a funny thing. Just shout at somebody to me,
or just randomly farting too. It's always funny.
Always gets me every time. But she looked good in that fucking. In the video of her getting groped, like she had like a little skinny dress on, her titties was popping, and she was hitting a vape pen. I don't know if it was weed or not, but it's legal in Colorado, and I hope to God it was.
I'll have to find the video and add it to the collection.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. Find the video on Pornhub.
What have you? Speaking of presidents, do you think Trump and Melania, do they bang?
No.
Obviously they have
very
once.
clearly fucks. Yeah, exactly. But he very clearly fucks other women on a regular basis. I mean, how many sexual lawsuits do you have to settle and hush money payments you have to give out to porn stars before everyone realizes that, he fucks around on people beside his wife?
Yeah, so he's definitely fucking, but probably not her much.
Yeah. She's
probably closed it up.
Yeah. And he's, he's always been, pro-choice up until, the last 2 years. But, like, that's another one. Like, I would venture to guess Donald Trump has been part of 3 times as many abortions as the average person in this country. You know what I'm saying? Like, the average person, like, if the average man has been involved in one over the course of his single life, or even with his wife and they weren't ready yet, Donald Trump, he's paid for no less than 4 abortions, in my opinion.
I could buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
he certainly doesn't look like the kind of guy that uses rubbers.
No, and yeah, you can't have like little bastards running around if you're like
You want to be president?
Trump. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's got to thin out that inheritance.
Yeah,
I could think of a couple more he could have had.
Oh, I know, right? That Baron looks a little fucking downsed out.
dude. Barron,
He's got a dusting of downs.
he's
You know?
fucking giant.
He's huge.
Imagine if Barron becomes a professional athlete and just everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
That would be
Trump is a
hilarious,
professional.
yeah. What if he becomes like the next Dirk Nowitzki, right? He's just 6'11", got with
kinda
a with a
looks like-
sick 3-point shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit! You know, the president's son is a fucking NBA All-Star.
Dude, that would be fucking sick.
Yeah.
He's like 6'6" or something. I think
Easily.
He's massive.
Easily. Yeah, there's a question for you. Do you refer to ex-presidents still as the president?
I think you're supposed to.
Yeah, I think you are supposed to. And I feel like I would.
But I think Trump, I like to call Trump Mr. Trump because I imagine as like his little Mexican housekeeper saying, "Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump." And
Well, no, but usually the like Mexican housekeeper, in my experience, or like the nanny, they usually, dude, or not even that, like even just like if you're like at a Mexican restaurant, they're like Mr. your first name, Mr. Donald, Mr.
Yeah,
Donald.
yeah, Mr. Donald. You're right. Yeah.
Mr. Randy,
Yeah.
Mr. Randy. That's how they would go.
Does that happen at your job? Do you have a guy?
No. We would never hire Mexicans. I'm kidding. No way, man. I'll tell you right now. If you want to succeed in business, hire Mexicans, dude. They work hard. They don't complain. Yeah. They're fucking. And they always do it with a smile. Like I've never seen a Mexican worker doing anything and be upset about it. They'll be digging a fucking ditch in the summertime, in 108-degree heat in Phoenix. With a smile on their face, you hand them
with
cerveza.
The thickest like cargo pants on too, and it's just like, dude.
Yeah, what is that? How do they? Do you get conditioned to just work in Carhartt in 120-degree heat? Like what the fuck?
And they've got the hat with like the neck covered too.
Oh yeah,
but that's usually a long sleeve shirt. But I guess if you are like in the hole,
literally in the hole.
Yeah, you're gonna be. I don't know. You don't want dirt on you.
Up. Also, the sun will fucking get you. If you're out in the sun as much as that.
Yeah, they're strong though too.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, hard work. They have that farm strength.
Yeah,
right?
They don't look it like they'll have a belly and stuff. But if you have like a trash can full of sand, just one guy.
Yeah,
pick it up.
He has one guy, one arm right on his shoulder. Like what the fuck? Like he's got bear strength. His grip is unreal.
Don't know why there's a trash can full of sand. But
why are you moving?
He'll take care of it.
Yeah, I'll move that for you though.
You just get a trash can full of sand to like. So he can have the challenge just to put it to test.
Exactly. And beyond that, like their culture is so fantastic that they do all this hard work and they just send the money back to Mexico so they can like take care of their wife and kids down there while they live like 8 to an apartment. Like it's like whatever.
Kids all over the place.
They call it hot cotting when they just like when one guy works a day shift, one guy works a night shift. So when the guy on the day gets off, he just jumps in the bed after the guy was sleeping in going to the night shift.
Yeah, they get 2 years to our 1 year by just staying up constantly. Yeah, exactly. Dude, so my grandpa's caretaker is this Filipino guy.
Caretaker, is he dead or is he like working a mortuary or something?
No, my grandpa's caretaker just like to help him move around the house and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like nurse.
No, yeah. And then
male nurse.
Male nurse.
Your grandfather's male nurse.
Yes.
Okay.
It's weirder to say it like that though.
Yeah. Greg's a male nurse.
Can you milk me? But he's a Filipino guy, and he like went back to the Philippines for like 3 weeks, and he was like, dude, he didn't say dude, but he was like, I paid for dinner for like 15 people at the nicest restaurant in town, $150.
Oh yeah,
and it was like full court, like just food coming over,
Wine, the whole
$150. That would be for 15 people like here. That would be thousands.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other. I feel like the only culture that doesn't work hard anymore is America. Bunch of fucking lazy assholes we are. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I was a kid, I had a job. You don't see any kids working anymore.
Yeah, because they all just they're like, well, they're just like, I want to make YouTube videos and stuff. And like,
they want to be the next Logan Paul or Jake Paul. I didn't know there was 2 Paul brothers for a long time. I thought it was just one guy.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, the boxer and the guy who does WWE. They're like, that's 2 guys, Randy. Like what?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
What?
Yeah.
Is there a third that we don't know about? It's like the Verzi triplets. One of them silent partner.
Except I like to call the Verzi triplets the Verzi twins. Just to just to spite them.
Just to fuck with them.
I love fucking with those guys.
I know. I gotta get those guys on here, but I don't know if there's enough cameras in this goddamn on second floor studios.
So funny.
All fucking 3 of them.
I saw them last night.
It'd actually be really great if I can get like bunk chairs and put them all in like a stack of chairs. And they're little guys, so you can just stack them on like high chairs. Just put
One of those giant bean bags and make them share it.
Yeah, get them a love sack and put all 3 on it. Make them sit nuts to butts. Shout out to the Verzi triplets. Michael, Ringo, and fucking Hugo. I don't know what they're... Yeah, it's Mitchell, Paul, and...
Mitchell, Sean, and Alex, I think.
Oh, Sean and Alex, that's right.
But, yeah, it gets hard to keep track of...
Well, I used to know Mitchell because Mitchell was always the one that went out, like, alone.
Uh-huh.
But then when they're all 3 together, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it gets really hard.
I just call him Verzi.
How do we get on triplets?
I don't know. We're kind of babbling left and right. That's kind of what this podcast is. There's really no rhyme or reason in the conversation we have, Georgie.
We were talking.
I don't know if is this your 3rd time on. I don't know if you fucking got it yet.
I'm starting to figure it out a little bit.
Yeah, and I like having you on. It's easy conversation with you.
Where would you, if you were an immigrant that came here and you could go back to like live somewhere else and have a bunch of money, where would it be? I feel like it can't be somewhere that's like
South America, Colombia.
Yeah.
The women down there are gorgeous. Fucking lifestyle's great. Medellin's a beautiful city.
Yeah, until a leopard like hops on you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Argentina's beautiful. Somewhere in South America.
Yeah.
I like Latin culture. Dude, they have siesta and they honor it. Like from like 2 to 5, everything's fucking shut.
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine that? Like just fucking 3-hour nap. Everybody go to bed.
I could have used that after the KFC.
No shit,
today.
dude. No shit. That would like make my day if I could just like, everyone just took a break for 3 hours. Like, go smoke a bowl and take a nap somewhere.
Just like just stop.
Yeah. I mean,
no wonder they're all so poor. They're not doing anything. The ones up here at least.
No, they open back up. But what happens is they just do dinner later. So like they open back up from like 5 to 8, and then everyone goes to dinner at like 10. And if you go to dinner before 8 p.m., you're a fucking loser in Argentina.
Really?
Oh yeah. Well, the restaurants are open from like 8 until 4 in the morning. Like you can order.
You can get like
you can order
sit down
fucking
and have a
food.
steak.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like Goodfellas shit.
Exactly, and their steaks are fantastic in Argentina.
Really?
They have So Argentine horses and bulls are like compete because they have like the gauchos. And shit. Like they compete with American Western steaks and steaks and horses and shit. Like,
how'd the Japanese get such good beef?
It's the wine. That's what they do. They take their cows and just feed them wine and massage them all day.
Like wine, like
rice wine. Yeah, like drunk wine. Really? So because it's high in calories, right? But there's no nutritional value in it. So they just get them drunk all day, and they literally massage the cow all day. By massaging the cow, it loosens up the muscle fibers to allow the fat to seep in. So when you see a piece of like Wagyu beef, it's like almost white because there's so much fucking fat all marbled into it.
And those Japanese have those delicate fingers.
Those little fingers, little fingers, and their feet. The Japanese blind feet, or is it the Chinese? I forget.
I think it's Japanese.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. What was the point of that?
Kink, dude. They had a weird foot job kink, I guess, back in the Japanese. They thought they like girls with small feet. Or you know what it could be? The binding of the feet meant they can't run away, right? If you break their feet, it's hard. It's a lot easier to catch one of them. You know?
Like Misery when she breaks.
Yeah, exactly,
breaks
dude. Exactly, dude.
The concubines can't get away.
Yeah. There's a good question for you, dude. If you could, which country, non-English speaking country, do you think you could like immigrate to and be a success in? Right, because how many immigrants come here and they don't speak English and they turn their life around and they become their American dream is realized. Like I couldn't go to Austria and become anything. Like it would take me a lifetime to learn how to speak fucking German.
I think you got to go to like one of those countries that has like the lowest ranked FIFA soccer team or lowest ranked basketball team and just try and make the team.
Yeah, you try and make like the Cambodian national basketball team.
Yeah.
The average height is 5'4".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're little guys.
I think that would probably be because sports break the language barrier.
That's for sure.
So I think I would probably do something like that. Which is actually funny. There was a guy in my fraternity who went abroad in Thailand, and he's huge. He was like 6'6". And he didn't play basketball at USC or anything. He was just like a normal dude, but just tall. And for the semester he was abroad in Thailand, he was a professional basketball player.
Wow.
Because they were just like, you're a fucking giant white guy.
That's
like,
hilarious.
Play on our basketball team.
Yeah, I had a guy who was in my college who was of Italian descent, but his parents were born in Italy. And like by Italian rules, you can be a citizen.
You can play.
So he got Italian citizenship. And Italy, like I guess, fielded a team in the Winter Olympics in like 2000 and whatever 12, and he like joined the Italian national team because he was good enough to play college hockey here.
Yeah.
But their hockey athletes in Italy sucked, so he
Oh,
immediately
yeah, so
was
he
like
was
their
like,
best
yeah.
fucking player on the team.
Yeah.
You know.
That's fun.
And he got to live in Italy and travel all over the world playing fucking hockey and went to the Olympics. Obviously lost in the first round.
But still, you fucking
Yeah,
say,
but
to
he's
say
a-
you went to the
He's a pro hockey player and played in
Yeah.
the Olympics.
that's really
Not for
fucking
America,
sick.
but for,
yeah.
you know.
At in school there were guys that were on the women's basketball practice team. Like they would have
Were they trans?
no, they
This
were
is pre-trans.
This is pre-trans. They would just have like the practice squad would be girls because the girls who are on the actual team aren't even good at basketball. So who are you gonna have to practice against them? You can't get other girls.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you
so
want-
you
you
have
want
to
the
bring in
competition
like
level.
the fraternity bros to like it was like the weirdest thing ever. You get like the white guys who are just getting fucked up on Thursday nights and then they'd roll into like Friday morning practice.
Hammered.
Yeah, still.
In the 90s, this Canadian coach, he went down for the Winter Olympics, and he paired up with these 4 Jamaicans, and they started a bobsled team.
Oh, I've seen that movie. Jamaican bobsled. I love it. Cool Runnings. That's what it's called, right? The movie?
yeah.
Good movie.
Dude, try going yeah.
You've seen Cool Runnings, right, George? You too young for that one?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, no!
I've
How
seen,
old are we? Classic.
I've seen Snow Dogs though. That's kind of
That's a good one.
That's kind of
That's
similar.
a good one. Here's a question for you guys. I wonder if they even allow this. And this is how you know that there's probably... Look, I don't care what your gender politics is, which is ridiculous. The gender's a political thing. But from a fairness perspective, I bet it's hard... Like, you know, back when... I don't know if in the UFC... Can trans women still fight men in the UFC? Or vice versa?
No.
Like, or can trans women fight natural-born women? Or is that even... Are you,
don't
are
think
you allowed
so.
to call them natural-born women anymore? Like, what's the term? Normies?
There haven't had any trans issues of people in the UFC because Dana has to allow people to be in the UFC.
Okay.
And
But in other MMA leagues, they've had a trans woman fight a birth woman or whatever you call it, and I wonder if Vegas took the action, right? Because that's where you know the fix is in.
Yeah.
Right. Like, oh, it's a fight between this woman, and one of them looks like Shaq. You know what I'm saying? It's like all right, you know, all the money's coming on
Yeah,
this one.
yeah.
We're gonna lose our ass. We're not taking these bets. That's not a fair fight. You know, and that's what's really about is the fairness aspect of it.
Yeah.
That's where I come down. And look, even if it's like, oh, you know, I've been living this lifestyle for, you know, whatever, 10 years. It's like, yeah, but you got 25 years of testosterone replacement therapy for free from your ball sack when you had one.
Yeah.
It's not fair that, you know, after 25 years of steroids, you can just pummel a woman who had no steroids.
Yeah, the MMA I do feel like it kind of ruins their argument for like as long as like for sports at least. I mean, yeah, dude, guy punching a chick's face like
Yeah. Isn't that called domestic violence?
Yeah.
You know, it's not a fair fight when one of you has traps and the other one doesn't, I think.
Yeah, I mean, just girls are pretty weak, a lot of them.
Yeah, but I'm saying the size difference.
Yeah.
And like I said, you've gotten to train as a man with steroids for some portion of your life before you transition to a woman. So that's like taking PEDs, in my opinion. Like, it's the same thing as being like, it's like, oh, you know, you just took steroids for 25 years.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch one of those fights now, though, because I know there are.
Just watch a pummeling.
I know
there's Fallon Fox, and she won her first one, but then I think it was like Zingano or some legit chick beat her in the second fight.
Nagano?
Zingano?
See, and that, dude, and that's where fucking Vegas is like, you know, we got you on this one. You know, all the money in the world is going on the trans woman, and then the natural woman fucked her up.
Yeah.
You know? And I do like that story because it's like, see, women can. I'm like, yeah, I mean, there's always exceptions to the rule. Serena Williams can kick my fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a giant woman. Like, but on average,
Wait, kick your ass in tennis or like in a fight?
in a fight, have you seen Serena Williams? That's a badass bitch, son.
Dude.
Serena would beat my ass in real life.
Dude,
I
she's
think
like
all
6'1",
of us- I think
220
all of us could
pounds,
take
rock
Serena
solid.
Williams,
She's built
dude.
like LeBron James, which she would fuck me up.
Maybe you know, if she can keep it on the outside, tire us out.
Oh, you rope-a-dope her a little bit?
Yeah, she would have. I don't know.
Oh, you think you can beat her in tennis? You'll lose.
Not in tennis. I'm saying in a fight.
Oh, in a fight?
I think all three of us could beat her in a fight.
I doubt that.
What, like 3-on-1 we could beat
no,
her?
1-on-1, 1-on-1.
No, dude.
Taking the term gangbangs to a whole new
Serena
level.
Williams. I don't think she's not 6'1", is she?
Let's look up her stats, dude. I want to see height and weight. Yeah, do they give female athletes weight? Because they give it for men.
I feel
I
like
don't
they
know
probably
if they
don't
ask
give
women's weight, but in sports you should know the weight. It's important. You know,
I
like
don't think they give weight, but
they have weight
should.
classes
I
in
know.
female UFC matches.
In that they do, yeah. But
So, yeah, let's see height and weight. Serena Williams. What do we got? I'm guessing she's
5'9".
5'9". She looks fucking bigger than that. Her shoulders are huge. I'd say she's 185. She's a big bitch.
dude, 185.
Jacked, son. She's built like me with tits, and tits have weight.
But
She got a fat ass on,
185 at 5'9" is
185 is big. That's
154, dude.
154. She's yoked. I bet that's her playing weight. I bet she walks around at 179
tennis
cruiserweight.
players aren't cutting. They're just always cut. Cruiserweight. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm telling you,
Weigh-ins before tennis, just like face
stare downs.
That would actually be pretty sick.
Oh, that'd be great.
I
Dude,
take
see-
it back. Some of these pictures she's super yoked in, and other pictures.
Dude, 5'9",
Yeah, she's a
155.
chick.
All three of us, one-on-one, could kick her ass.
I don't know.
You're
about
giving
that.
her too much credit.
She's
She's also what? How old is she
She's
now?
also a super athlete.
You're giving me too much
When's
credit.
the last
If I
time
don't,
you fucking ran 40 miles playing tennis and spent your life training? She could blast the ball 140 miles an hour, dude.
I've gassed for 40 seconds tops.
All you need is 40 seconds. Fucking overhand right.
Well, we're not all fucking MMA experts like you, Georgie. You know,
Everyone knows how to do this.
you know. But and also like I
gotta
feel like
get the
can't-
range.
I also feel like you can't close fist a girl,
Okay, but
dude.
the
You have to open it. You have to back. It's only backhands.
But not in this situation. not in this situation.
Are we in a phone booth? How am I gonna
Yeah,
get
yeah,
over?
We're in a boxing ring. Each of us with a
No
Serena
gloves, no
Williams.
top. All right, talk slow. I'm getting hard. No. I still think she's kind of attractive, man. I think Serena's
Yeah.
hot. Yeah. He goes, yeah. She's got.
Will I last longer in a fight or in the sack?
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah. Great question. Would you last?
If she
longer
hits me
in a-
when I come, maybe.
It turns into both.
Yeah. Am I fighting or am I coming? I don't know.
That's my offensive. I get a hard on, and then she doesn't want to engage.
Yeah, exactly. That's your secret
You're like
weapon.
one of those fucking moths that like squirt out the silk
Oh, yeah.
as a defense.
That's a great-
Get away!
That's a great question. Would I last longer in the sack or in a fight against Serena Williams? That is a great question. That is I would say I'd last longer in the fight because I find her too attractive. Yeah.
That picture right there.
Look at her, dude. Yeah, she's got buns
Who's
on
she
her, too.
married to?
At one point, she was dating LeVar Arrington. Remember him from the Redskins? Talk,
Kinda.
talk about super athletes. If he was a Penn State linebacker,
But I always thought she had a gringo or something. Like,
Yeah, but
she's into white boys. I heard.
the guy who like runs Twitter or something, or Reddit. The guy
oh,
who
she's got a tech dude.
yeah, the guy
Jack
who
Dorsey?
invented Reddit, the co-founder.
Oh wow, so she's a billionaire.
Alexis
That'll,
Ohanian.
That'll even out the kids now. They'll just be normal.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
she-
white nerd and
yeah,
the
some
super,
computer nerd and the
Yeah.
super athlete.
Yeah, they just level out. It's like
Yeah, but there's definitely. I mean, Brittany Griner would fuck my world up.
Brittany Griner. The height is.
She's probably got a bigger dick than I do.
Yeah,
Her enlarged clitoris is bigger than my erect penis.
dude. What do you think the Russian fucking guards did to her? Just like fucking.
Good question. I bet in prison, the Russian female prisoners were.
They definitely
afraid of her.
put her in a cage with a bear at some point. That had to have happened.
Some gladiator shit.
Yeah.
Trying to see if they can get a little show going.
Yeah, if they didn't do that, fucking send her back so they can do it and we can get it on video.
I love how she became like a hero for it. I mean, she was carrying drugs in a foreign country. It's a pretty dumb idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Russia too.
Well,
Like,
that's the other thing. Like, didn't she know there was a war going on? Her
Yeah.
fucking manager and agent should
someone
be fired.
is supposed to like
Her
yeah.
manager and agent should be fired for letting her go over there.
I don't blame her. Unless maybe someone did tell her she was just stupid enough to not give a fuck or like not believe it. But yeah, that kind of stuff, like the talent should be briefed on. Like, don't fucking take.
Yeah, let's not go to this country that we're in a cold
She'd
war.
probably
with.
done it 5 times in a row with no problem, and
That-
then this time was just
because it was
Well, yeah, I
The
mean,
war,
she was getting
this-
paid
yep.
by a Russian
Yeah.
fucking basketball club owner who wanted the women to come over. and
How
play.
funny is it?
they don't
that
have drugs there. You can't get it.
Yeah,
some
no
other way.
shit. It's still Earth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I'm sure they have weed in Russia.
How funny is it that like women basketball players have to go to like Russia and China to get paid?
I know. It's funny that they pay for it because I mean, like,
But what's why do
The
they
countries
pay?
that disrespect women the most.
Yeah,
are paying them to play
exactly.
basketball.
Yeah, But what's in it for them is like, is it like the circus act of it kind of?
Yeah, and I think it's also just like having it's a little bit of like the bearded lady or the, just the giant man or whatever. But there's also like
or is it like a pissing contest? Like, look, my fucking chicks are.
I also think there's something about like I feel like they enjoy buying off American athletes. There's a little bit of cachet.
Yeah.
They have like a Russian oligarch pay for some former U.S. celebrity to come over and shoot hoops, like Stephon Marbury to shoot hoops in Siberia.
Yeah.
There's that aspect to it for sure.
Kim Jong-un, Dennis Rodman.
Style. Oh yeah, and a weird one to like. I mean, you would think he could pay for a better athlete to come over there. I mean, he does run the whole country.
But you have to have a guy crazy enough like Dennis Rodman to go over there.
Yeah. Apparently, I heard Dennis Rodman was just knocking down 20 Korean girls a night.
No
when he was there, because they just gave him whatever he wanted. He was like royalty treated over there.
There's a bunch of sex slaves.
Which is fucked up that he was doing it. But it's kind of crazy too. Like, how hot could those North Korean women be? Like, they're in a famine for the last 40 years. They have a tapeworm and shit.
They probably do the fucking Wagyu thing on just like a select breed. And they actually
just rub them down all day.
It's like you get picked at birth if you're going to be one of the, breeder chicks.
Yeah, that's a
or
question.
whatever.
Would you visit North Korea if you could? Just to see it.
Dude, I don't know.
I feel like there's not that much to see there. I'd go to Saudi Arabia before I go to fucking North Korea.
Really? Saudi Arabia?
I mean, the men have the power in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and I guess, like, if you go with one of those, like, oil dudes, like, it would be pretty cool to like ride around on the sand dunes in like an ATV or something.
Oh yeah, well those guys, like, they'll be in a Ferrari with a cheetah in the passenger seat, like, I'll be in the back seat and the cheetah's in the passenger seat. I'm like, dude, those leather seats are getting clawed to shit by
the cheetah and the guy have the same sunglasses on.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. I guess you're right. Saudi Arabia over, and I guess a lot of like they do like the. Golf goes over there for shit. Boxing goes over there. Like
UFC events.
Yeah, they're bringing a lot of.
They bought them out.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how cheap it is to buy off a fucking athletic league. Like the PGA was all anti-live golf, and then they just showed up with $4 billion. Like, oh no, we like them now. We like them now.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, you whore.
And now I guess the Saudis are putting a bunch of money in PFL, which is like one of the lower MMA organizations. So we'll see. Maybe.
I wonder if they're ever going to be able to get enough money to work their way into the NFL. Have a Saudi prince buy an NFL team.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's coming around the corner anytime soon.
The thing is, NFL is because they are by and far the biggest. They don't necessarily need it, and I think NFL is a little more uptight to. Yeah, well, I guess PGA was so you can't really say.
That's the thing. Yeah, the PGA sold out. They could sue, but I still think I feel like we think of the NFL as like American royalty. Like those are our elite of elite who own those teams. Like that's one of the reasons why Donald Trump has one of his ego complexes, because that's why I did the USFL. It's because the NFL, he wanted to buy an NFL team, and they said, "No way." We like the owners are like, "You're low rent billionaire. Like you're beneath us. Like we want only like the creme de la creme get to own a team." And they told him to fuck off, and that's why I got into the USFL.
It's pretty crazy. Like being an NFL owner would be wild.
Oh, dude, that's the best. I feel like that would be the shit.
I just figured out though how the Saudis can get into NFL.
How's
so
that?
You draft a running back, he's fucking awesome, but then when it's time. Their rookie contract is over. No one wants to pay the guys. They're like, fuck, well, this guy's like 5 years in. He has a lot of damage and whatever. We know how this goes. We're just going to draft a new guy. The Saudis find a way to bring those running backs, like Ezekiel Elliott or whatever.
Yeah, they took all the washed-up players, the guys coming off an injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea for them.
And those guys have the name recognition too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd get into that with the Saudis.
Yeah, I could see that, and look, I feel like I'm surprised. Like, why hasn't the XFL or like all these other like spring leagues taken off? Like, we already watch college football, and most of those players don't make it to the NFL. Yeah, that's huge. Why isn't like the XFL or like the USFL or one of these other spring leagues just as big? Because they're the best players who didn't. But they're better than NCAA players, but they didn't make it to the NFL.
Yeah. I watched some XFL this past season, and it was just. It felt, I mean, it's the same thing, but it just like felt different watching it in spring, I guess, is just the like, there's something about like, when the time starts to change, fall rolls around, like how good does it feel that it's football season?
Oh, football season is the shit, dude. Football, I wait all year for football kickoff.
It's the me and Mike watched football all day on Sunday, and it's fucking sick.
And when the fuck, like, all right, so it started out just Sundays. Now Sundays, Mondays. Now Thursday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
Now and then now at the end of the year, you have Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Dude.
Look, can we stop fucking around and just go 7 days a week on football? Fuck these guys' careers, end their lives early. Yeah. Just have them play every night.
It's the NBA now, baby.
Yeah, just fucking run it back every day. Football, and, like, you know, just
double headers football.
Oh yeah, double header football.
That would be sick.
I wonder if any starting player can make it through the season if they just double if you had to play every day from September until February. Probably not.
Quarterbacks who just
punters.
Yeah,
those are the kind of people who can make it
With
out.
our luck, it would be Kirk Cousins. It's the only one.
Yeah, Zach Wilson started all 32 games of the NFL season. Fuck that, Jack. Like, terrible football. Bench him. Yeah. Dude, honestly, the Jets should just fucking run the Wildcat and never put him back on the field. That guy's so terrible.
Dude, Wildcat's fucking awesome.
It worked. Remember that season with the Dolphins? They had the season where it was just magic.
Yeah.
Where both, was it Ronnie Brown and who's the other guy?
Waters. Or Williams, Ricky Williams.
No, there was it was another.
Ricky Williams was in Miami.
Yeah, but there was...
Doing the Wildcat.
Yeah, but hang on, let me see, because there was another running back that was like a young guy that they had. They had like two young backs, and
I thought Ronnie Brown was the young one.
Let me see. Hang on. Let's see. Wildcat.
What year was that? I remember I was young at the
Dolphins season. I know Ronnie Brown was one.
How'd they do?
I mean, they run a ton of games that year. It was like really sick, dude. They won a good amount of games. Who the fuck was it? Oh, you're right. Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams. You're absolutely right. I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's right. Brown in the shotgun at quarterback, and Williams would be stand in the normal running back position.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Well, think about it. It makes sense, right? Like, you typically on an offensive NFL play, you have 11 players, right? And the quarterback is a non-threat.
Yeah,
like, he's just distributing the ball. So you have 11 defenders, 10 offensive players, one of them distributing the ball.
Yeah.
But then if all 11 players can move with the ball and you have 11 defenders, it's truly one-on-one. You spread that fucking field.
It's like high school football where your best athlete is your quarterback.
Yeah.
Front triple option all day long, baby.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is that's how fucking good the NFL defenses are. That shit worked for one season. The next season they blew it apart. Yeah, they just figured it out. Like, all right, enough of this shit. We got to bring an extra fucking middle linebacker to just spy the quarterback, and that's the end of this. Like, this fucking little experiment.
Ruined it for us fans.
You want to get into a little news, buddy?
Do a little news.
My favorite part of the show. News time. This is actually pretty interesting because I didn't know what the right answer to this is. How many times should you wipe after taking a shit, according to an expert?
Wait, so am I guessing a number right now?
Yeah, so before I even read the article, guess how many times is the correct amount of time you should wipe your butt after taking a poop?
I mean, fucking for me, sometimes it's like 20. Sometimes it's not. It's just sometimes just like, that's good.
Old mud butt George here.
Or sometimes it's like, I wasn't planning on taking a shower after this, but now I'm fucking.
Yeah. You jump in the shower, poop. Dude, I had a buddy once like lean over a highway railing and take a shit in college, and they just pulled his pants up like, well, yo, what? You didn't like take a sock off and wipe your ass with your sock? He goes, no, man, it was a clean shit. Clean shit. No. By definition, shit is dirty, dude. Shit is shit.
And even that you always, because sometimes there is like you wiping there, you need to do the wipe to make sure.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Sometimes it is just one, and you get lucky.
Yeah, I call it the confidence wipe. Like in the summertime, if there's a little musty down there, I'll go to the bathroom and give a confidence wipe.
Re-wipe time.
Yeah, make sure it's not poop; it's just sweat in my butt crack. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do that. You know, like. All right, let's see what it says. It says,
I'm gonna say it's supposed to be 5.
5. All right, I think that's fair. Fronting how much toilet paper you need after using the loo? Not to fear. An Australian pelvic expert has come to the rescue by divulging the proper number of wipes one should employ after doing one's business. How many times do you wipe after a poo? The excremental expert explains that when too much fecal matter stays at the entrance of the anus after you finish pooping, it's bad for the human digestive tract. No shit.
It itches also.
Get the shit out of your asshole. No. He says, it's a whole thing. He goes, start by squeezing the anus 20%, 50%, 80%, 100%. So you squeeze it 4 times before you end your poo. So it's like Lamaze class. He's like, George, Mike Nell's face like, what do you mean 20% strength on my poop?
Ultrasound before? Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
he's
big one.
trying to avoid hemorrhoids. Let's get to the wiping here. Enough of this 20% shit.
You gotta do like butt kegels over there.
Pretty much. Pretty much. There's a lot of fucking words in here. They didn't say the number of times you should wipe. Where is it? I thought I read it earlier.
Only looking for one word here.
How many times do you wipe, Mikey?
As many as it takes.
I always wipe 3 times no matter how much shit is left on that paper.
Here's something I discovered recently.
What's that?
It's fiber is what you need.
Oh, yeah.
So if you just have like some Metamucil or whatever before bed, then you don't need. Then it comes out where it's like you don't really need to wipe that much. That's the trick.
Oh, it kind of flies out. Here's the answer. I found it finally. Because they didn't put the number. They put it as a word, which I hate.
Oh, yeah.
The answer is no more than 3. If so, the wiper might have a fecal smearing condition.
Guilty.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Yeah, I thought 5 is pretty fair.
Yeah.
And do you guys, when you guys wipe your butt, do you do the lean over the toilet, or do you stand up and like spread your butt cheeks and get in there?
Wait, you stand up?
I definitely don't stand up.
No, I'm asking. Like there's different ways.
I think I.
You do the lean forward?
Lean a little forward and then. Yeah.
Okay. Because sometimes people do like the lean to the side. You lean forward. And
I think bigger guys lean to the side.
Mike Nell did it. No,
if I'm not mistaken.
But if you
I
ever
think it's
seen
an angle.
like little kids stand up. You ever see
Yeah,
that?
I stood up when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think some adults do too. I've seen like Twitter polls, and it's
yeah.
closer than you think.
But you could also tell too, like if you're in the stall, you could tell by like the position of the guy's feet next to you, right? If all of a sudden he's this
angles.
way, if all of a sudden he's this way, and then his feet are facing the bowl, you're like, why is he must be standing up?
Big guys can't be side guys. There's too much real estate going that way.
What I worry about too though is when you're doing that lean over, like if it's a small toilet bowl and your hand's getting like in, like I don't want to touch the rim of the bowl when I'm wiping my ass.
What do you do?
Like in public shit.
Yeah. Well, what do you do?
I lean forward.
You do the lean forward.
Yeah, but like if it's in public, I'm like doing a squat lean forward. I'm not. Like,
So you'll-
like my thighs are off the seat
Okay.
because I don't want to have my hand touch the rim of the bowl.
Yeah. Do you use the protector?
Oh, I build a bird's nest out on the street.
Yeah.
Also, it's just nice. It's just nice to not have your ass hit cold porcelain. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
It depends. Sometimes I won't. Or sometimes I'll just go toilet paper, just wipe it around, and then throw the toilet paper in. Sometimes I'll go full thing. It just depends on
how gross the
how
fucking
much
room
I
is.
feel I can trust the toilet.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But also, real quick before we get off the shitting. So the bidet is popular right now.
Oh, my God.
And everyone's like, oh, now you don't need toilet paper. No, I feel like you still need the toilet paper. Really, like you have it spray some water up there, and then you probably wipe a couple times just to make sure.
Yeah. I mean, think about your car wash, right? Like, there's multiple levels of they spray the soap, wipe it off, spray the soap, wipe it off. If you just put water up your ass, like you gotta
There's a scrub.
get it.
Yeah, you
gotta
need the fucking
scrub,
thing.
Yeah, you got scrub action in there.
Yeah.
Get with it. you know?
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good. We all agree on that. All right, here's one that was going around popular this week on the old TikTok. Women expose men for the bizarre Roman Empire trend. And so here, this is what this is about. In a new TikTok trend, women describe discovering that their partners and male friends think about the Roman Empire more often than anyone could imagine. So what's been going on around the internet is women on Instagram Reels and TikTok are asking their boyfriends or fathers or whatever, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? How often do you think about the Roman Empire, Georgie?
I saw this and I actually was like, oh fuck, this would be a fun thing to talk to Randy about. I mean, I think about. I like to think about that shit.
But how often is it? Every day, once a week, twice a week?
At least once a week, probably.
Okay. What about you, Mikey? No.
Never.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Are you not in like? I like some of my Reddit subreddits are like alternate history or like what if history, and a lot of stuff like that will pop up. Or on TikTok, I'll get
Yeah.
like,
What if Hitler won? You're like, oh, life would have been
upvote.
better. Yeah, right?
But also, yeah, I get TikToks too of like I like to see how they built the bridges and stuff and the aqueducts and like it's all pretty. Yeah, I think about it. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, see, I thought about it myself. I'm like, do I explicitly think about the Roman Empire every day? No. But do I know the impact it's had on world history? Yeah, like our form of government.
Yeah.
The aqueducts, like irrigation. A lot of the inventions, the star.
When you start, and then once you start thinking about it more, like, fuck, that shit was fucking awesome.
but
And then you think about it more.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think about the Roman Empire. I think about like, we have democracy because Rome gave it to us. I don't think Roman Empire gave it to us. So it's like, I know democracy is a derivative of their system of government, the Senate and all that. But like, these guys, like, it seems like guys think about it on a daily basis, every day, multiple times a day. It's like, are you supposed to think about like Romans? Because when I think Roman Empire, I think of butt fucking. You know what I'm saying? I do it like the Romans do. Like, and I live with a gay guy. And I don't think about butt fucking every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm certainly not thinking about Rome every day.
How big were Roman? How were they big? People were smaller back then, right?
For sure.
So like when we were talking about could you
5'5"?
Could you beat up Venus Williams? If we went back in time now, and we put ourselves in a gladiator battle melee, how do you think we would do?
Well, I don't think we're as tough as those guys because they had to live a hard life, but they were definitely smaller people, like 5'5". On average. Like, so your average guy is a little guy.
So they would probably be
they're way tougher. You know,
maybe a little more technical too. But do you think we could just fucking?
If I learned how to use a sword, that's a hard.
You get 1 week.
No, I'm dead.
Hey, you think you can take out T.J. Dillashaw?
Yeah, good point.
I guess that's a good point.
That's a good point right there.
But on the rarest of occasions, no.
On the rarest of occasions, when I'm drunk at a bar, I think I can fuck this guy up. It's like, dude, you're living in a fantasy land. There's no way. All right. Ooh, we got a few good ones here. I don't know which one to go with, so I might ask you for your opinion here, Georgie.
All right.
Nope, that one's not that interesting. That's not that interesting.
How often do I think of the ancient Greeks? Well,
yeah, exactly. Where's the one? Because there was one about our friend. There you go. A majority of women find it a turnoff if their partner listens to the Joe Rogan podcast. What percentage of women do you think find it a turnoff or a red flag if their partner listens to the Joe Rogan Experience podcast?
I'm going to guess 40% of women think it's a turnoff.
Ooh, 55%.
55?
55%.
Think it is?
Yeah. That which is fucking bananas. I mean, it's like
until Matt Rife was just on a week ago. Now they're
now they're all fucking on it. But I mean, like, dude, they like that's one of the most popular podcasts. No, what does it matter what you like? That's like saying, red flag. He likes hip hop. It's like it's a major form of music. It's like red flag. He watches TV. It's like
that's just they don't.
Fuck is wrong with you, man? Like that is the most inconsequential shit I've ever heard of in my life.
They're just picking. They don't even know who he is. They just know that they're not supposed to like him for whatever reason. So
well, that's and what is it like?
Mob mentality. Of
that's the answer right there. I wanted to find though. Hang on, let me find out where this. When did I take this photo? Because I took a snapshot. There was a list of other things that
were red
like,
flags.
Well, there was. I saw a snapshot. There was on the left side. It was like all the red flags that women find. A series of questions, and then the red flags that men find. And there was the same questions, and the response rate that turned them off was wildly different. But I think the single thing that men thought was the biggest red flag when dating a woman, guess what you think? Guess what it was? Try to think.
I'm gonna say maybe have an OnlyFans account.
You kidding? That gets guys hard as shit, dude. That means one, the girl's hot, and two, she makes her own fucking money. That's a plus, my friend. What are you, crazy? Like I'm dying.
I'm thinking from a loser's perspective.
Yeah.
The guys who are answering this, who are taking the time to answer the poll.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the kind of fucking loser that answers the poll. No, it was a girl into astrology.
Really?
Yeah,
that's like all of them.
Yeah,
but I guess
red flag.
Stereotype wise, astrology girl and Joe Rogan guy
go together.
That's the same thing.
They go together.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking peanut butter and jelly right there. Oh, here, I found it. Yeah, so men are so visual. Like literally almost nothing. Like two things do more than 50% of men find a red flag in a woman. One of them is that she identifies as a MAGA Republican. I could give a fuck what a girl who I date's political views are. She's not supposed to vote anyway. No.
Yeah.
I could give a fuck. That, the astrology, and then identifies as a communist. Both identifying as a communist and identifying as a MAGA Republican, 60% of men responded as a red flag.
So they just can't be political.
That's it. It proves my point. They
Shut your mouth.
We don't care about your political opinions, ladies.
That's so funny.
Keep it to yourselves.
But also with a guy, any of the like, whatever she does, we're just gonna lie. No matter what.
Well, yeah, of course. We'll be a communist. If you're a communist, we'll be a fucking MAGA Republican.
Yeah.
God, the only thing guys care about is how physically attractive we find you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
You can change my opinion on just about anything. Like, and it's actually a lot easier for guys to do that with girls. But like, any guy can like pretend to be, into astrology. Be like, oh yeah, I feel that way.
Oh, every guy's
like,
done it.
Yeah, but it's harder for a girl to like be like, know about the Roman Empire.
yeah.
She's not pulling out facts. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You can find both these answers in a book.
Good point. There's a question for you guys. What is the dumbest shit you've ever lied about to try and get a girl to like you? Like, oh yeah, I'm into crystals or I'm into astrology. Like, what's the dumbest fucking lie you've told to try and get a girl's attention? Oh, George is like, oh no. You said you were black?
There was a girl that wanted me to like go take her out or whatever and like go out with her. I was like, fuck, I don't want to do that. I just want to like go over or whatever. And just like, I don't want to take you out. So I lied to her and said that like my social anxiety is so bad that I like can't be out. And she's like, oh my God, you poor, like just come.
That worked? Oh, Georgie.
But now it's been a while. It's like now she just thinks I'm fucking retarded.
You want to lose it.
But now
I leave the house.
I can't give up the lie though.
That's not bad, dude. It's a way to save money.
Yeah.
I have social anxiety. Can we just go to your house and bone?
Yeah.
You do that?
What about you?
Oh,
I feel like you've got to have some good ones.
Oh my God, I'd say whatever it takes.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all done. You tell me you love them. That's an old one. The story as old as time. What have I lied about? Oh man, the astrology thing. Oh, I've definitely like completely two-faced political views. I actually said once, I completely I said. I seem like an Italian guy. I lied about my race, the origins of my background.
You just retold the Bronx Tale.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. I've lied about my age, right? Older and younger to make them, fit in. I mean, pretty much any lie you could tell a woman.
You've done it.
I've attempted it to try and increase my chances of getting action. But at some point, you get caught in that stuff, and then right around my late 20s, right in my 30s, I'm like, I'm done lying to these bitches, son. Life's too short, because then you have to maintain the lie. You have to pretend you like a food you don't like.
Well, yeah, now I'm a fucking social anxiety freak that, Oh,
yeah. I have to pretend I believe in your crystals.
As I'm someone that does stand-up comedy, too.
Yeah, right. She sees it now, like, oh, wow, he really broke out of his shell, that Georgie.
Worked a lot of therapy. Yeah.
Fun times, Georgie.
Dude,
where can the people find you, brother?
You just follow me on Instagram if you want, I guess. George Dulcich.
At George Dulcich.
Throw me on another Molly's. I had a good time last time.
Oh, dude, bad news for the whole fucking team.
Is it done?
It's done.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I do the last one then? Ever?
You did one of the last ones, yeah. It was second to last. There was one 2 weeks ago. Did you do 2 weeks ago?
I did I think so. Yeah.
You
I
did
did
the last one. So they reached out to me after that. They're like, hey, I think
ticket sales are low.
Cancel the show. No, they wanted me to like start paying for the room.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, dude, I'm not. No.
Yeah.
Like, what are you fucking milking?
Damn, that's a bummer.
Yeah. It was a good run. Couple of years, I think. 2.5 year and a half, 2 years. It was a fun run. It got me out of the house on Tuesday nights. David Hahn is pretty fucking pissed about it. Let me tell you.
Well, yeah, I actually never did it with you hosting. It was always David.
Because in the recent,
because you got busy.
Yeah, I got busy with the new job. And I'd rather pay you than pay them. Do my fucking podcast editing. But he used to. My favorite. David used to tell his wife that he was on that show every Tuesday just so he can get out of the house.
Really.
So sometimes I would just put him on the poster, even though he wasn't on the show. Send him just that copy of it, and then take his face off and put the actual people on the show, so he could say, "Oh, look, I'm on the show, honey. I'm on the show. I gotta go." Not to out David Hahn, his wife will never listen to this.
Are you gonna try and produce something else? Or
we'll see. We'll see. Once I get out of this old gig, we'll see if I go back. Because it was getting hard to deal with all that on because Tuesday nights I'm rushing down from $1,000 where my job is, but. Once I'm out of this day job, I might find a place to go back and do it again.
I did it thrice. Did well twice. One time was pretty rough.
It happens.
Yeah.
But love having you on, brother. Love
Thanks.
you, kid. Yeah, man.
Be back soon.
All right, guys. That's it for this one. We love you. That's George Dulcich. I'm Randy Valero. Follow the podcast at Ready, Set, Blow. Follow me at Randy Valerio. Check out Second Floor Studios. My guy, Mike Nelly. We love you guys. Peace.